It is a new day, and today I'm working on a new project. I'm installing this rear bed enclosure from Rough Country, which I've been pretty happy with them. I mean, I ordered it and it got here quick and all of that, but then I started looking over the instructions and I see that, the instructions are lacking, really. So this is what came with the kit. I got the Rough Country rear bumper, and then these instructions, and then this hardware here. Looks like a couple of different brackets, a couple of bolts, and a couple of washers. They really don't tell you exactly how to install everything as far as the upper flanges are concerned here. So what I ran into is, so this fits inside here pretty good. So I have a couple of oval openings, one here and one on this side. Now these holes on the bottom here seem to fit perfectly, but these flanges, so that one looks pretty good. This one is way off in the middle of nowhere. So I'm gonna have to end up bending this to make it work. I mean, a lot of this paint is gonna get scratched up, so I was messing around with it a little bit and I can see scratches there. I decided to get this Rust-Oleum paint plus primer. It is gloss black. Now I scratched this up and added some of this paint on there, and that seems to match pretty well. Okay, so I have the paint, I have a flathead screwdriver, I have the 5mm Allen wrench, which I seem to use a lot on this machine, and I have some alligator pliers, and then I have 2 bolts, 2 washers, and the 2 brackets, and I have a masking gun, and I have some tape. I'm gonna start by removing these 2 bolts, this one and that one. Now I saw all kinds of storage containers that were locked and everything. Some of them look pretty cool. I know that Honda has one that's like $800 or something. Might be cheaper than that, but it seems like it's $800. It's expensive. To me, they're just not really that, I don't know, it's not worth it. I feel like that bumper is, it looks good. So that's what I decided to go with. And these are popping right out. All right, 2 bolts down. Now, the challenging thing is gonna be bending the flanges on that Rough Country bumper without messing anything up. So here's the Rough Country bumper. These are the flanges. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to actually, finesse it or beat it into submission. So when this one lines up, this is like way off in the middle of nowhere. I can literally fit my hand through here almost. So what I'm gonna do is use these pliers and I'm gonna bend it to make that a tight connection. And I'm probably gonna end up having to mask some things off and paint them. I'm gonna bend both sides out a little bit at a time until I get it perfect. That's a lot better, or a lot closer already. So centered up on the back. Man, that's pretty close, but I feel like this one can go out just a little bit more. Yeah. Gonna bend it out just a little bit more on this side here. That looks good. And that looks good. I did scratch things up a little bit, and I understand these machines. I mean, I'm gonna be out there driving through dirt and gravel and all that stuff, and it's gonna get messed up, but right now it's super clean, and I want to install everything perfect. So now I have these 2 bolts, and I'm gonna reinstall those. I'll leave them a little bit loose for the time being. Make sure I have a little bit of wiggle room here. The instructions don't say this, and it might be a mistake, but you know what? If I mess something up, I can fix it. So I have these brackets right here that I'm installing on the other brackets that are mounted here to the machine. I'm going to use these bolts, put the washer right there. I'm probably gonna have to give this a little bit of love to make it work. Kind of finessing this with the Allen wrench there. But that is looking pretty good. All right, I'm not gonna tighten that down all the way yet. Make sure I get this stuff installed. Sure is nice to have a somewhat easy project after doing all the wiring for this thing. That's what it looks like on this side. So the gap right here is just shy of a 1/4 inch. The gap over here is just a little bit more than a 1/4 inch. I did get some scratches on it. I mean, do you think a 1/16 of an inch is gonna make that big of a difference to a lot of people? Probably not, but it will to me. I'm gonna make sure this stuff is perfect. Let's see here. I'll get a flathead screwdriver and a microfiber cloth. So what I'm gonna do is wrap this flathead screwdriver in this cloth here and just kind of pry it over a little bit until those gaps look consistent. And they are starting to look consistent already. Yeah, dare I say, perfect. I don't know, be careful what you say, right? So I'll start by tightening these brackets here. I'm gonna run out of projects. If you guys have any ideas what you want to see installed, let me know. I was kind of curious if there's like fancier LED lights for the Talon. I noticed that some other machines have, you know, LED lights that look like the LED lights on a lot of newer vehicles. It'd be pretty cool to have some of those on there too. If you have any experience with that, I would love to see comments and maybe some pictures. I love this. I really do. I think that this is gonna be good. I mean, they have like, I'm sure you guys have seen them. They're like big cooler looking things, and they're super bulky, and I don't know. I think this is more up my alley. Mission accomplished. Check this out. See the gaps on either side? Almost identical.